My name is Jim. I'm a black man, a father, and a Californian. And this is my story.
There's another tunnel coming!
No more tunnels. That was it.
This is Gabriel, my rambunctious 5-year-old youngest son. And this is his twin brother, Jackson.
Saga, saga, toolie, toolie, saga, saga, lulu,
This is their mother and my wife, Pamela. It took me a long time to realize that we are all a part of America's complicated story about race. A long time ago, it was very easy to tell what race was and what race was not, and who you were and who you were not. Race in America was easy to define, created in very distinct categories, made specifically not to confuse. The imagery of race was tied to the social order of the way things were supposed to be, but I never saw myself in those images. I'm not even sure who that was supposed to be. But in the 1960s, all of that began to change. Heroes to me were villains to others. All I wanted to be was a scientist. But I never knew any scientists personally. Everything I knew about science I read in books. The people I knew were not scientists. They were hard-working folks. Now, I never became a scientist, but I did become a father. What is it that I want for my children? What is it that I want for all children? Now these questions are real to me, and I have to make a decision. Now, when I was 5 years old, the world was much different. Oakland was much different. America was much different. Little boys still got haircuts and dreamed of being something more. Now, I dream of my children being something more. When I think of teaching them to embrace who they are, it's all of who they are. My wife would like to protect them from the social injustices of the world. I want to protect them from the racial inequality of the world. But the truth is, they just want to be rescue bots. Pam and I met 17 years ago, and 3.5 years after that, we were married. We waited many years before deciding to have children, and by that time, it was more than just an ocean. They were anything but accidents. We swore we would do everything we could to pour our hearts and souls into them. My mother was born before World War II in an East Texas small town. As early as she could remember, her father was away, fighting in World War II, becoming a hero. After the war, they moved to Germany when my mother was 6 years old. The war was barely over. They lived in army barracks that had been previously work camps. My family was the first black family some people in Germany had ever seen. Being the wife of an officer gave my grandmother privileges. She used it to bring young German youth, previously Nazi youth, onto base to play sports and to show them that black people did not, in fact, have tails. My grandparents lived full and complete lives with experiences I can't begin to comprehend. Now, my grandfather is gone, and my grandmother can barely remember her name. My grandfather, Colonel Clark Lowe, was one of the first African Americans to lead whites in battle. The small town in Texas where he was from named a street after him during the war, until they found out that he was Negro. Many years later, in the 70s, they corrected their mistake and named the street again Lowe Avenue. Now, I'm one of the few African Americans I know who can trace their family back past slavery. Part of my family, I found, came not just from Africa, but from Scotland as indentured servants.
What do you think
That
about
makes
that,
my
Sporty?
boys African American, Scottish,
You still looking at those pictures?
Swedish,
You remember those
Norwegian.
pictures, Sporty?
and a little German. All a
It's
part
Clark
of
and
the
Marguerite
tapestry
Lowe.
that makes us who we are as Americans.
Yeah, that's your husband, Clark Lowe. And that's you, Marguerite Lowe.
As a parent, how do you expose your children to the wonders of the world while avoiding the dangers? These very fish might be the last of a species to ever live. And the oceans, my God, the oceans. Now, I believe in civic engagement. I'm connected to my community and to the people who lead it. But I realize that the only thing that I can really impact are their dreams.
Okay, Gabe, show me what you got. Can you make your win fan go? A little bit, huh? How much win today?
My dreams of Oakland will be different than their dreams of Oakland.
There it goes, baby.
We made a flag.
What is it?
It has jam,
Uh-huh.
blueberries,
Uh-huh.
butter,
Uh-huh.
and bread.
Also,
Wow,
I've
it's
learned
very bicentennial.
there's very little you
It's
can
very-
do to quell their curiosity.
Happy
And I
4th of
know
July.
The most you can do
Happy
is
4th
try and shape it.
of July.
Happy 4th of July.
People say nowadays the future is hard to predict. But the truth is, it always was. Who knows if there'll
California
even be a
will show us how to raise the
term
minimum wage
called
to
race when
$15
they're
an
my
hour,
age.
how to have paid
The
leave.
future is truly hard to
Well,
predict. Racism has been around for a very long time, but so has love, and so have dreams, and so have family. It's good to know that we're at least all in it together, which is all we can ask. So from my family to yours,
Hello, Jackson.
I wish us all
What do you have with you?
a very good
It's my puppy show.
America.
It is. And what's your Puppy Scouts' favorite basketball team?
It's the Warriors.
The Warriors. Let's go, Warriors. Hey, are you driving the fire truck? Wave at us, Gabe. Say hi. Say hi to your brother. Wow.
All right.
Oh my gosh. Is the fire taken care of, Gabe? You see any smoke?
Is there a lot of stuff in there?
Don't touch anything.
I don't see any food.
You don't see any smoke?
Okay, good.
Okay. Guys, tell me what you're looking at. What is that?
Jellyfish.
They're little tiny jellyfish, huh?
Big jellyfish. Look, Daddy, at this one.
He likes that.
Swimming Taiwan.
Oh.